Hi, everyone. We are back on another Monday. Boo. Boo to Monday. Like, why can't it always just be the weekend and people just give us money without us having to work? Right? That'd be so much better. Okay, so tonight we are opening three things. It's going to be a full case of Immaculate Baseball, followed by a half case of Gold Standard Football, and bringing up the rear tonight will be a full case of Certified Football. And in each instance, it is the last of that particular product that I have. So don't anticipate getting any more in of any of these three unless I happen to get lucky and find another case of Gold Standard floating around somewhere. So we're probably going to be bidding a fond farewell to all three of these after we break them tonight. Before we get started, there is a little bit of information to go over. I'm going to kind of hit the high points on this because I meant to get this started a couple of minutes before the break, and I didn't get that done because I was in messages, and well, you know how it goes. Basically, it's this, guys. We're going to do some breaks selling them by way of chat. We're going to do a Leaf Greatest Hits Baseball, which will, in addition to the Greatest Hits Baseball, we're going to include 1 gold and 2 silver VIP packs from the recent National show. This is going to break when it fills, and here's the deal. If it looks like after a couple of days that there's not a lot of interest in it in this format, selling it by the team, then it's going to switch to a random team format with one fixed price. So if you have an interest in anything that you're about to see, send me a message by way of eBay messages and let me know. And if, it looks like it's going to fill, then we'll go on with it like this. If not, probably about Wednesday or so, I would revamp it and it would become a random team break. So Leaf Greatest Hits Football, a case of that, with also adding in 3 gold and 2 silver VIP packs from the National. The teams that you see that have that have eBay user IDs next to them are teams that are already spoken for. Once again, if I don't feel like by Wednesday that we've made some decent progress to look like we can get this broken in the matter of a few days, then we may switch up the formats. And bringing up the rear is a case of Leaf Greatest Hits Basketball. Same deal. It will have 3 gold and 5 silver VIP packs added to it. It's the full case, and pretty much all the teams are available with the exception of right now the Bulls and the Spurs, which are spoken for by Logic Boy. The reason that LiAngelo and LaMelo Ball have a spot is because each of these boxes also has an autograph card in it that is specific to that product that will either be Kyle Kuzma, LiAngelo Ball, or LaMelo Ball. So that's the deal with that. So here's what we need to know about tonight's stuff, right? That's the important stuff. Feedback. I have it automated. I do that so that you don't ever have to wait on me. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are going to instantly get it in return. The second part of the message is to just say thank you, because I appreciate everybody who stops by and bids and breaks and chats with me. So thanks for hanging out and spending part of your evening with me. We are looking right now at upcoming breaks. This is the stuff that's already up and listed on eBay, and we'll be breaking it over the next 5 days. So tomorrow night, an autographed New Era baseball cap, an autographed Gold Rush baseball jersey, a case of Clearly Authentic, another half case of our Leaf autographed football jerseys. That'll be the start of a new case, by the way. And we'll finish up our case of Donruss football with those 6 boxes, which are a third of a case and like 1,500 cards. Wednesday night, we will open just a full-size football helmet and a case of Unparalleled Football, which comes out on Wednesday. Thursday, another half case of the Leaf jerseys, another case of Clearly Authentic, and we're going to open a case of Topps Chrome Jumbo Baseball, and that has 5 hits per box, so we're looking at 40 autograph hits in that Chrome Jumbo break, so that should be a good one. Friday night, we've got a lot of memorabilia that was exclusive to the National show. So it is a Hit Parade autographed basketball. I think Jason Tatum and Charles Barkley are on the checklist. I don't know who else. Then we have an autographed baseball batting helmet, an autographed full-size football helmet, all National show exclusive editions. We will break our final case of Elements football on Friday, another case of Clearly Authentic, and guess what comes out? Crown Royal basketball. Woohoo! I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to break a case of it on Friday night. Saturday night is a triple play baseball box. It is a new series. I think it's series 7, which I forgot to type in there, but it has an autographed baseball, an autographed jersey, an autographed picture in it. Both Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani are part of this particular series of triple play. And then we're going to open 2 cases of Unparalleled. So it will be a 16-box, 2-case break on Saturday night of Unparalleled. So that takes care of the days ahead. Now let's get down to the business of this evening. The order that we're breaking in is what you see there on the screen. It will be immaculate, gold standard, and certified. I am projecting that everything that we break tonight will ship on Friday, the 17th. I'm going to try very hard to get it out to you sooner than Friday, but realistically, I think it might be Friday. And if it goes out sooner, just be happily, pleasantly surprised. And as always, if something went way haywire, it could fall a day later, but hopefully Friday will be our target. And last but not least, consolation cards. If you are in one of the first 2 breaks, there is a possibility that you could whiff and that your team doesn't get pulled. If that is the case, any consolation card or cards that you are due will ship out with the rest of the breaks. So in other words, everybody's going to get something shipping to them from these breaks tonight. So if you don't hit, your consolation cards will head out the door with the rest of the break. So first up, 8 boxes of 2018 Immaculate Baseball. It is a full case break. It's break number 4. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Monday night, the 13th of August. Your team names are there on the left-hand side, and the winning bidder's user ID is across from each team on the right. And being that this is our last case of Immaculate, I really feel like we've got to find some really just volcanic hits in here, right? I mean, we've had some nice hits, but I want some big hits tonight. I'm feeling like we're due. And we've been hitting lots of, one of ones and stuff like that kind of all week, right? But I feel like that's not good enough. I think it's time for us to hit something even better than that. So I don't know. Let's see what we can pull out tonight. If I can get us in the case, that would be a good start. In chat, we have T. Cassidy. You want the Ravens T. Cassidy in the Leaf Greatest Football? So I will plug you in there after the break. And again, I'm not going to, do any kind of invoicing or anything at this point because I want to see how far we get with selling those in chat by the team. And then if it looks like that they're not going to fill by the team, then we'll just revert back to a random team fixed price kind of thing, which, I went back and forth about how I wanted to list it, and I really kind of like it better by the team, but I know not everybody does, especially because some of the teams end up being more expensive. So we'll just play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. Jay Allen, you're down for the Angels. All right, we'll get you plugged in there as well. I'll probably just do all that at the end of the break tonight because I will put that up again at the very, very bitter end tonight because sometimes, people who are watching the recorded version, they just scroll to the end and they watch the recap, and so I always put all that spreadsheet stuff up again right after the recap for the benefit of those folks if they are so inclined as to want to look at it. Bobby B, hey to you too. I do not have anything unsold tonight. I do have one team that was unpaid, and I will have to check on that one because I don't remember if it was. I'll have to check on it because somebody messaged me and said, hey, I need until in the morning, and it's somebody who had bid with me before, so I said okay. So it could be that one. I just remember seeing that there was one, kind of sitting. So I'll check on that one. But otherwise, I think we're in pretty good shape tonight, as far as getting stuff paid anyway. Cardboard Chasers, you are feeling Ken Griffey, and you don't know if it's going to be senior or junior. But you're feeling Ken Griffey? Either way, I'd be happy with Ken Griffey. That would make me happy. Dennis is here. Hi, Dennis. Stang Lover is here. I know you weren't watching the archives break last night. I noticed you weren't in there. And see, I had you in mind when I bought that extra archives case too, and I thought, oh man, what happened to him? I figured you got held up. I saw that you had spots in there. I just noticed that you weren't in the chat. But you were on your way home from your aunt's 80th birthday party. Awesome. Well, happy 80th birthday, a day late, I guess, to your aunt. Jay Allen, yes, I don't think I plugged you in for the Yankees because you hadn't said for sure if you wanted them. I think that you had asked me a question about the pricing on it, so I had not yet plugged you in there because I wasn't sure what you wanted to do. So that is no problem. I will just plug you in by the Angels instead. Terry, you are asking about the Ravens. Everything we're opening tonight is all sold, and I believe all paid. There, as I said, there's one team I'll check after we finish getting these seals cut and all that. But if you're talking about Leaf Greatest Hits football in the break I'm working on to sell directly by way of chat, somebody did jump in just a little while ago. T. Cassidy did right up at the top there and laid claim to the Ravens in the Leaf Greatest Hits break. You are asking if you are in for the Astros in this break. I have no idea. I'm guessing that you were not on a minute ago when we put the spreadsheet up that had all of the bidder names on it. And I cannot change your view back right at this moment because, yeah, I've got cards out, right? So we can't take the camera away when I've got cards out. But I can look over here myself and tell you that the Astros say Sham Cotby 2011, which looks a lot like that's going to be you. So I think you are good to go there, man. I think we've got you covered. Now on to my next question while we're pausing for a minute. Let me go check on this unpaid team. Give me a second, guys, to get that pulled up here. And I will answer that question. Bobby B, the Leaf Greatest Hits is 2017 for baseball because 2018 is not out yet. 2018 football and 2018 for 2017-18 for basketball. I mean, the basketball like just came out, what, a week ago or something like that. Football came out maybe May, June, something like that. I've just kind of had it sitting here. You know, sometimes I get stuff in and I forget about it. And I mean, I'm just being honest. Sometimes that's what happens. All right, so let me see what is pending payment here. Yeah, I do still have a team in this break that is pending payment. Let me see if I have any messages from the person that tells me what's going on with it or not. I don't see any messages from them. And nothing with their user ID. Let me check one more thing here, guys. I'm sorry. Since the question came up, I was just going to roll with it. But since the question came up, let me see if I can't track this down. I just want to see if it's somebody who I'm familiar with, or if they've done a lot of breaks and things like that. So if not, we might potentially have a team available. Let's see where we end up here. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's slow to load. It's making my life difficult right now. Okay, so it looks like this person has done a lot of breaks, so I think it's probably safe to let that ride. As soon as I say that, you know I'm going to regret it probably somewhere down the way, but but I am foolishly, as I often do, going to let it ride because it is somebody that has decent feedback and seems like they know what's going on. They don't seem like somebody who's later going to come back and say, I was bidding on a full case of cards, and I thought I bought that full case of cards for $15. As you know, you get that. I mean, you'd be amazed. You'll put something up that's like sells for $1,700, $1,800. Somebody will have a $10 bid, and then they'll message you back, well, I didn't think I was bidding on the team. I thought I bought the whole case. It's like, really? Because like nobody else would have wanted a $2,000 case for $10, but okay. Yeah, definitely, Jay Ellen. You definitely want to shoot me that message over on eBay to tell me for sure that you're locking in. I believe you said the Angels, and I will put your info across from them. And again, you know, I'm going to monitor it here for a couple of days longer, and if we're mostly sold or we're selling at a pretty good clip, I'll leave it like it is. And then if it kind of looks like it's going to fizzle out, then we'll just revert it to random teams. So one more set to get out, and then we can start looking. Greg, what's happening, Greg? Gina, you I have an idea, Gina, that you might be a little tongue-in-cheek there with that comment. Am I right about that? I'm thinking probably so. Bobby B, I put all the prices up at the beginning of the break last night and tonight, and then they're at the end of last night's break, and then they'll be up again at the end of tonight's break. Tomorrow night, I'm going to try to just start 4 or 5 minutes early, which is what I did last night. I started a couple minutes early, and then I can spend a little more time on it right up at the top. But tonight I was kind of right on the money, so I couldn't leave it up there for too long tonight. Hold us up too long. Numbered to 25, first out is our base card for the Colorado Rockies, and it is David Dahl. Then we have another base card, 299 for the Colorado Rockies, Charlie Blackmon. To 99, it's Jose Altuve and the Astros. To 99, it's Giancarlo for the New York Yankees. And then to 99, it's Joey Gallo and the Rangers. I know you guys are all like peeking ahead to see what's under the top card, aren't you? I always do that too. This is numbered to 99. It's Stan Musial and the St. Louis Cardinals. To 99, it is Ken Griffey. Ha! Somebody said they were feeling Ken Griffey. See, you did not specifically say if you were feeling Ken Griffey like autograph or memorabilia. You just said feeling Ken Griffey, and there he is for Seattle. So your intuition is in line anyway. This is numbered to 25, and it's another Ken Griffey for the Mariners. So look at that. Your crystal ball has it going. You got two. You pulled two Ken Griffey so far. Now we just need to find you one that has an autograph or memorabilia, don't we? That is numbered to 99. It's for the Milwaukee Brewers, and it is Brandon Woodruff. And, you know, there's a little imperfection down here on that, particularly that lower left and the lower right and the upper left. I'm sure most of you know these cards generally don't come out of these packs minty mint and perfect. There's Puig to 49 for the Dodgers with a piece of the baseball bat. So if I notice something in particular, I point it out, but just expect that there's going to be some minor chipping and edge wear kind of throughout. Todd Frazier to 99, New York Yankees. And then we have numbered to 15, Brian Anderson, Miami Marlins. Yeah, you say it's a good appetizer. I agree with you on that, but the thing that I think is good about it, this is numbered to 99. It's Kevin Maytan. I like that hit for the Braves. Is that it means, you know, your instincts are kind of on par, right? I mean, that's always how I felt when I go to, like if I'm playing the horse races or something and I play a race that maybe I haven't really looked at that much, but it comes in kind of the way I think. I'm like, oh, all right, my system's on today. Cam Gallagher for the Kansas City Royals to 99. So I think it might mean that your system is on for today. That's what I'm thinking. Chris Flexen to 5. That's a nice hit for the Mets. Definitely you can see this lower left corner and edge in particular, maybe even a little bit on the right and in the middle. Nonetheless, that's a pretty cool little chunk of the logo there, numbered to 5 for the Mets. Oh, I see a really nice patch coming in a few minutes. This is numbered to 25. It's a jersey number. It's Eric Fetty for the Nationals. Actually, I see a couple of nice patches coming, but one in particular is quite nice. This is numbered 27. We got a bad corner down there lower left, but it's Armenteros for the Oakland A's. And see, now that is a nice patch, part of the nameplate. That's pretty cool. To 99 for New York, we have Bernie Williams. To 10, look who it is. It is Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. Got a bad corner, actually upper and lower on the right are imperfect, particularly noticeable on the back. But you got a pretty decent little patch there, and numbered to 10. Hey, that's nothing to sneeze at, so I think that's nice. You said you're at a Chinese buffet, and you're the same way at a Chinese buffet. You can tell within the first 3 plates if you have your game on or not. Gina, you come up with some quite interesting things. I like it. This is numbered to 25. It's Torres for the Yankees. Here comes the patch that I like the most. It's Devers. It's the Red Sox, and you're going to really like it too. Look at that. Oh, how awesome is that? It's numbered to 4, and it's most of the Sox. I mean, obviously there's 3 other little chunks of the sleeve patch, but we got the vast majority of the Sox. That's just cool. And we have Mr. Ronald Acuna to 99 for the Braves, which I like the hit, but I would like to have seen, some ink or maybe a super fly patch with that one too, but still, gotta like pulling Acuna. Piece of the bat, piece of the jersey, and it's Ozzie Smith for the St. Louis Cardinals. You never go wrong pulling Ozzie. Imperfect lower left. Yeah, Bobby B, right? I mean, see, everybody loves that patch with the piece of the Red Sox because it's like, is it not the best patch pretty much you've ever seen? I mean, it's so awesome. That's the one that I've been looking at back there that I told you all a good one was coming. So I've been kind of eyeing it there for a few minutes, just waiting to get to it. It's pretty awesome. That is numbered to 49. It is Beltre and the Rangers. We have a redemption. I'm going to leave it upside down because I'm mean, and we'll look at it at the end of the break. St. Louis Cardinals to 99. Hard signed autograph. Nice patch. Jack Flaherty. St. Louis Cardinals. Imperfect lower left and upper left in particular. Next out is Trevor Story. Colorado Rockies to 20. Hard signed autograph and relic. Coming behind that, we have a Chicago White Sox to 99. It's Vieira with a rookie debut. And those are stickers. Those are pretty much always stickers on the rookie debut for whatever reason. Imperfect lower right. And you know we weren't going to get out of here without finding Victor Caratini. He is numbered to 99. Hard signed auto. Couple of relics. Cubbies. Victor Caratini actually comes out pretty well. Bobby says I'm a mean lady because I hold the redemptions. But you know I'm gonna do it. I do it every time. That is a nice patch for the Marlins. It is Brian Anderson to 49, hard signed autograph with a pretty sweet patch. One of the better patches really that I've seen for the Marlins because their patches are sometimes kind of not as interesting, but that one is. That's a good one. So is this one, by the way, and it's Victor Caratini again for the Cubbies, and that is also an excellent patch, numbered to 99, hard signed. Gotta eat your Caratinis. Yeah, well, all right, I'm going to give you that one, but that one was, That one was questionable, Cardboard Chasers, but I'm going to give it to you because it did make me chuckle. This is Max Fried, Atlanta Braves to 99, Dugout Collection. That one is also a sticker auto, completely imperfect bottom edge and bottom corners. There's all kinds of weirdness going on back there. And again, you know, guys, when I say it's all kinds of weirdness, you may get it and think, oh, that's like hardly anything. But I'm super, super picky. So I think all those little imperfections like that down there, see, I call that an imperfection. You get it, and you may not, but I do. This is rookie debut to 48. It's Harrison Bader and the Cardinals. Because I'm picky like that. And, you know, I get cards from breakers, and they'll have all that kind of stuff going on, and it's never even mentioned or anything. And I'm thinking, dang, man, like, do you all just not notice it, or you just don't mention it? But I don't know. Anyway, here's Darryl Strawberry. That's a nice hit. That is numbered to 70. It's hard signed on acetate, and the acetate has been inserted into the card. So that's why it's not perfectly like centered and lined up. But it's not a sticker. It is hard signed, but just on that piece of acetate. I see a 1 of 1 back there, and I believe it's going to be a pretty good one. Justice Sheffield to 99, Dugout Collection, New York Yankees. Bottom edge, bottom corners, once again, kind of in play as less than perfect. Another night. Our patches tonight, okay, the patches in Immaculate are always good for the most part, but we've had some really good ones tonight. That is to 99. Colorado Rockies, we've got part of the team logo there, and ooh, that's a really bad, awful thing happening there. Can't miss that. On the back, left corner, right corner, bottom edge, they just did not do a good job with cutting that on the back. You said, is Stanton the Brady of baseball? You never see him pulled in autographs. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to think about the last time I've seen his autograph come out. This is Felix Jorge to 49. That looks like it's probably part of a letter, and it is for the Minnesota Twins. And look who we have. It's Willie McGee for the St. Louis Cardinals, because you know what? We're doing Throwback Day for the Cardinals. That is to 99. Mitch Keller to 99. Pittsburgh Pirates. And those are all quite nice patches. And it is a sticker autograph. Tyler Wade to 49. Yankees. Hard signed with a couple of relics. Bryce says, I'll take the imperfection. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just the nature of the beast. Anytime we get these really thick cards like this, it seems like it happens that way, that there's a lot of edge and corner issues in all of them. Josh Donaldson to 20 for the Blue Jays. It's just something about the way they cut them or handle them when they're inserting stuff. I don't know. But almost any time you get a really thick card like this, you have some problems along those ways. Have I ever seen a card serial numbered to 0? I have not. Somebody pulled a Kareem Hunt autograph numbered 000 to 99. Oh, that's weird. That is really weird. It's probably supposed to be a test run. Colorado Rockies, you are hitting again to 99 with the man whose name I can never say right, Galarraga. See, I just say it really bad and fast and like I have food in my mouth, and then you don't know how badly I mispronounced it. But anyway, there you go. There's Andreas for the Rockies to 99. That's an excellent hit if you have Colorado. I'm saving my little favorite that I can see back there for a minute. Clint Frazier to 77, rookie debut sticker for the Yankees. And then we have Nicky Delmonico to 99, dual relic hard signed for the White Sox. Stang Lover, you need an Indian hit. Okay. Well, right now I do not have an Indian, but I do have a nice Astro with Carlos Correa to 99, Dugout Collection. So if you've got the Astros, you're happy. Once again, bottom edges and corners, not what we would like for them to be. Certainly not you know, anything you're probably going to end up grading, but a Dugout Collection, Robin Yount to 99. Nice throwback for the Milwaukee Brewers. I remember that guy. Got chipping down there, particularly on the left side. The Phillies have something headed their way, and that would be Rhys Hoskins to 49, whose patch, while it is nice, kind of pales in comparison to some of what we've seen tonight. But here comes the big kahuna. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's a 1 of 1, and it's Ozzy for the Braves. Oh, man, and look. Why, Panini, do you do this to us? 3 of the 4 corners are not good, and it's a rounded card. Like, how can you mess up the edges of a rounded card that much? Ozzy Albies, 1 of 1, Atlanta Braves. Sweet, right? Like, how nice are those patches? And the printing plate, of course, and the hard signed autograph, and it's a 1 of 1. I like it very, very much. Oh, Bobby B, what happened? You said Saquon Barkley strained his hamstring, like strained it like partially tore it, or strained it just like he needs to sit on the bench and rest for a couple of weeks. Like, you got to fill me in on that. You can't just drop that and then walk off. You got to pick up the mic and tell us what's going on. Yeah, Bryce, you had some good hits tonight for your Rockies for sure. And we have a dual autograph. Ho-ho. It is Austin Hayes and Chance Sisco. They are both Baltimore Orioles, right? I believe, yeah. So you don't have anybody that has to go anywhere to any kind of random, but what we do have to do is go verify this on the Panini checklist. I'm going to bring you along with me because I'm nice like that, and we're going to wander over here and look this up to find out what it's going to be numbered to and all that sort of thing. Have to go through the 1,000,001 drop-down options, but it's worth it because it has all the info that we could ever want. Immaculate Dual Autos Blue is the card set. And come on down here. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Card number 3, right there they are, Austin Hayes and Chance Sisco. It's going to be numbered to 5. I told you it was going to be nice, didn't I? See, I don't lie to you. I don't lie to you. I tell you the truth. It's numbered to 5. All right, so we need to recap this. And as soon as we do the recap of this, then we're going to go into Gold Standard. They're saying it's a mild. Okay, that's good. I like mild. So that's so hopefully then Saquon's not going to be, you know, maybe just ride to the bench there for a week or two. Okay, so we have the nice redemption for the Orioles with Austin Hayes and Chance Sisco. That will be numbered to 5, dual autograph. Pretty sweet. The rest of these guys, we're not going to go back through and count out our numbers again and all that. If you're interested in that part, of course, you can always check that out on the replay. We're not looking at the backs again in the recap either. But a quick reminder, of course, that most of our backs do have chipping in varying degrees of imperfections. And I know you're saying, you just said that. Why are you saying that again? Because people tune in and out all the time, and because people who are watching the recap often just go right to, you know, you just fast forward right to your product. I mean, it's natural. Why wouldn't you? So then they don't know anything that we've said up to this point. And there is probably my favorite Immaculate baseball card, maybe ever. I mean, seriously, like maybe ever. It's not even signed, but it is, I think, possibly my favorite Immaculate baseball card that I've ever pulled. It's just awesome. It's the only way to say it. I mean, I like the 1 of 1s. I like all the autograph stuff. I like the nameplates. There's a lot of cool stuff that comes out of Immaculate. But those socks for the Red Sox are right up there at the very tippy top of what I have pulled that I like. It's just awesome. So if you have the Red Sox tonight, congratulations on that. Shohei to 10, you know what? It's not autographed, but it's a nice relic, and to 10, I think that's a reasonable hit for the Angels. And of course, we still have our other handsome 1 of 1 card back here left to look at a second time. It's right up there too. I don't know that it beats the Sox because The socks are so unique. I don't really remember ever seeing a card with that big of a chunk of the socks on them before. I'm sure it exists. I just don't remember it. And so I love it. Because it's the socks. So we've got a couple more to look at, including our co-favorite for the evening, which is that handsome fellow, Ozzie Albies. Nice 1-of-1 printing plate, awesome dual relics, hard signed. Sadly, 3 of our 4 rounded corners, they somehow managed to have imperfections on. Rounded. How do you do it rounded? I mean, what happened there, people? But, oh well, maybe somebody was, bouncing around playing ball with it or something. Who knows what they were doing. We are headed now into some gold standard football. So let me get our spreadsheet up for that. And here it is. So yeah, everything we're opening tonight, anticipating it to get out the door on Friday, hoping I can get it to you sooner, but realistically, I feel like it's probably going to be Friday. But if you see a shipping notice go out before that, you can just do a little happy dance and know that I have worked very, very hard to get it out faster. And what you see at the top there could apply to you here in Gold Standard, which is consolation cards. And that is if your team does not pull anything in this break, you don't get a base card, you don't get a single thing, you are still entitled to a consolation card or cards. But you know what? Because this is a paid shipping break, you don't have to wait on your next package to go out. It would go out the door with the rest of the break. And if you happen to have any other consolation cards that you might be due from breaks over the last 90 days, they would hitch a ride as well. So this is 6 boxes of 2018 Gold Standard Football. It's a half case break. It's break number 8. It is the last of the Gold Standard that I have in my hot little hands. And of course, same format that you're familiar with team names on the left and your name up in lights across from your team on the right-hand side. So I've kind of, I've been trying to find more Gold Standard, but the people that have it really want a lot of money for it. So, like a lot of money for it. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to come up with any more cases of this for us, but we did manage to break 4 cases, so that's not too bad. I would like to have had about twice that amount, but you know the drill. They only let you have what they think you deserve. They don't say deserve. They say earn. You haven't earned it. You haven't earned it. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say. Gina says, can the Devers be her consolation card? Well, you know what? I think that the folks that have the Red Sox would probably take issue with that, Gina. They might even drive to your house and just rip it right out of your hands. So I'm feeling like for your own personal safety that I should probably just send that on to the Red Sox. E-Fly is here. E-Fly, North Dakota. I have not seen you in chat in ages. Where have you been? How's life been treating you? You're looking for some Packers, and the Packers have been coming out of most of the 2018 products in a pretty good amounts. Especially, it seems like Marquez Valdez-Scantling comes out a lot. For whatever reason, he's the one that like pops up a lot. Stang Lover is working the mojo for the Patriots, the Chargers, the Jags, and the Titans. So you've got a lot of rooting interest in here. Surely to goodness we can find you something out of those 4. I would hope. Okay, so did you guys happen to see today about the pilot, not the ramp worker who took the plane and, did all that stuff the other day, but another incident, a pilot who got into some kind of domestic dispute with his wife, left home, went to work where he was a pilot for not like an airline, but a charter company or something, got in one of those turboprop planes and flew it straight into his house. Yeah. His wife and the kid got out, but the guy, the pilot, burned up and died. Flew it like through the front door of the house. It's pretty messed up. Numbered to 99, Carson Wentz and the Eagles. Couple of base cards in every box. Everything else in here will be hits. That is numbered to 25. It's Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. You said Stang Lover, you said your mojo didn't work for the Indians. Well, that's all right. It's going to work here maybe. Okay, let's just see if it works here then. Josh Jackson for the Packers. Hey, hey, E-Fly. We've got you off to a good start. That is numbered to 149 with Josh Jackson. Ooh, a handsome card for the Broncos. And look who it is. Bradley Chubb to 25. Yeah, if you've got the Broncos, that's really quite an excellent hit. It's a sticker autograph. It doesn't, like, jump out and scream at you that it is because it's the gold ink on that nice black background. But that's just a nice-looking card and low-numbered as well. And, of course, your premier rookie there for the Broncos. Here's your other nice rookie, Royce Freeman to 49. 3-color patch. Broncos are off to a good start. And the Packers as well. Here come the boys with Michael Irvin to 125. Little throwback threads there. And we have got some throwback threads coming out for the Jets. That would be Mr. Joe Namath to 125. Okay, that is at box 1/pack 1. The Bradley Chubb in there was probably the star of that particular pack, I think. It is Cooper Kupp to 99 for the Rams. Behind that, we have Damian Ratley for the Browns. Got a little imperfection lower right corner. And for the Buffalo Bills, it is Austin, whose last name I cannot pronounce, to 149. Austin, what is that? Proel? I don't know. Probably not anything even remotely close to any of those. Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. Mason Rudolph, numbered to 75. The Steelers have been coming out of all the 28 products really quite a lot, haven't they? I mean, we've just seen a lot of Steelers out of the 2018 stuff. Michael Irvin again for the Cowboys. This is a much bigger patch than our first one, and it is numbered to 49. Or maybe that is just much more interesting. I don't know. Maybe. So. For the Bengals, to 125, it is A.J. Green. Greg, you've got the Broncos tonight. Okay, man. Well, you got two excellent cards came out for you right off the top. Traquan Smith to 199 for the Saints. Oh, E-Fly, you have a friend who owns a card shop in Minneapolis? That's pretty cool. Do they give you discounts on stuff? They should. You should be like, hey, if you want to be my friend, you have to give me a discount. Oh, but that might not work because then they're going to hit you up and want discounts on flights, right? So, I don't know about that. Might have to rethink that. That is Stephon Diggs for the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings. Followed by Colton Miller and the Raiders to 25. Here comes a 49er, San Francisco 49er Gold Strike to 49. And it is Brent Jones, flashback. I see another Bill. Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds is to 149. He should be really good. I mean, he's, I know sometimes people really just focus on the offensive players, but he should be quite good, Tremaine Edmonds. Of course, we've got his brother Terrell for the Steelers, but Tremaine is the guy. Another one. Oh, my goodness. If you have the Browns tonight, look what you just got to 25. Baker Mayfield, 3 patches. 2 of them are excellent. 2 color patches. Doesn't really matter. It's Baker Mayfield to 25. Even if the patches were all orange, I think you'd probably be pretty happy. That is just a nice hit. I mean, yeah, no way around it. That's just a nice hit. You mostly get your stuff from Dave and Adams. Yeah, they have such a giant stash of stuff. You can get about anything you want there. That's to 125 Joe Flacco and the Ravens. It just depends on the price you want to pay, because all these guys, they do the same thing. They jump on the bandwagon. That's numbered to 125 Shane Ray and the Broncos. And they will, of course, if a product is hot or a team is hot or a rookie is hot or anything is hot, they jump in there and they mark up all of the prices well beyond retail and well beyond what it should be. But that's the nature of the beast. Distributors do the same thing. So do all the online retailers. So sometimes it can be tough. When you're having a good year with a lot of rookies that are hot, it's hard to buy products sometimes. To 99, Quentin Nelson for the Colts. Oh, no, that doesn't disrespect me at all, Terry. Good grief, no, I buy from there. I mean, no, doesn't bother me at all. Donta Foreman to 25, Texans. No, absolutely. I mean, I buy all kinds of stuff from online retailers. I've got 4 distributors I work with. I've got my local card shop. I mean, you have to hustle these days to get the stuff you want to open. This is to 149. It is Mark Andrews and the Ravens. Oh, man, is this a half case or what? Calvin Ridley to 25. You know what? Normally, we're lucky if we find 1 or 2 of these a case numbered to 25. This is the 3rd one in this half of a case. So I'm going to just go right out on a limb and say that we have saved the best for last, because this is the last of the gold standard. And man, this has been a good half so far. And we're not even done yet. Numbered to 49 for the Jags, it is Telvin Smith. A couple of Jags got into it at practice, and the reporter filmed it and then posted it. This is to 125. It's Fred Taylor for the Jags. So then Jalen Ramsey, of course, takes offense to the fact that the reporter filmed it and posted it. So he goes after the reporter on Twitter, and then he got suspended. This is to 125. It's Clinton Portis and the Redskins. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then who are the Jets having the joint practice with? I can't even remember. They got into a big brawl yesterday, too. So it's been, I think everybody's out there just like, ooh, it's hot, and they're tired of training camp and preseason, and they're just going to just beat the crap out of each other, whether they're supposed to or not. You said Lamar Jackson is your poison this year, as in that's who you're chasing, or as in you're chasing him and you're having trouble finding him, or both. To 99, Alex Collins and the Ravens. It is Eli Manning to 25 for the Giants. Here comes another Green Bay Packer. It is Aaron Jones to 49. That's a nice patch. Part of a number or a letter, most likely. Yeah, both. He has been kind of elusive. We pulled him, I want to say, out of gold standard is maybe the last time I've pulled him recently. He's surprisingly elusive. This is Zay Jones to 99 for the Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins getting involved late, and they have Kalen Ballage, numbered to, is that 99? Yeah. For a minute I thought, oh my goodness. Oh, I see something nice coming. Yeah, I do. I see, I've got a little bit of an advantage over you guys, okay? A little bit of an advantage. I can see ahead. Oh, look at that. How sweet is that? We pulled one of these out of Certified that had the a laundry tag that has the NFL shield and the Nike swoosh on it. And this is for the Texans. It's Kiki, who by all accounts is supposed to be really good, or pretty good, or better than they thought he was going to be. Whatever. He's going to be good. And now I don't really care, honestly, even if he wasn't going to be good. I love when I get the shield and the swoosh on one card. So, yeah. Boom. For the Texans. And we've had 1 of 1 in 2 of our 3 breaks tonight. And I think out of the last 5 or 6 days, we've maybe only had 1 day where we didn't pull at least 1 of 1. That's to 199, Kerryon Johnson and the Lions. I try to remember to put it in the title when we hit 1 of 1s, but I don't always remember to. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't remember. But yeah, you're right. Back-to-back nights for Kiki. You are quite right. All right, we have Julio Jones. That is for the Falcons to 99. Coming in behind that is Marcel Aitman. That is to 49 for the Raiders. I see John Kelly. What's that thing from when you were a kid, like I Spy with My Little Eye? Or, I mean, that's not quite it, but that's what just went through my head. Except obviously it didn't because I can't remember all of it. This is to 149 for the Rams. So like it flashed in there, but not enough that I actually can remember the little song. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. There for the Dolphins. That's not who I thought it was, but that's okay. It's still nice. It's still nice. It's Zach Thomas for the Dolphins on an honor roll insert. And I think this is the first honor roll insert that we have found. We found a couple of Super Bowls maybe in here, but no honor rolls up until now. And that is hard signed. And if you've got the Dolphins, that is a nice hit. And don't look now, we have another 1 to 25, 4 of them out of 6 boxes. And the second one for the Falcons, Ito Smith to 25. So if you happen to have the Falcons tonight, you have had a very successful break. Ooh, somebody's typed it out for me. I spy with my own little eye something in the sky that is white and fluffy. Yeah, that's how it starts out. I spy with my own little eye. There you go. Thank you. That is to 199, Sony Michel and the Patriots. So we at least found something for you, Stang Lover. It might not be exactly what you were after, but we did at least get you on the board. And then we're going to wrap it up with a nice hit for the Steelers to 199. It is the rookie trio of relics with Mason Rudolph, James Washington, Jalen Samuels. Sadly, they're all just black. There's no second color in them, but still kind of a cool little card, right? E-Fly says, I spy with my little eye something, boom. Yeah, okay, I like that too. Okay, so let's recap. You know the drill. We're going to look only at the front side as we recap, unless, when we get to the 1 of 1, we'll flip it over. And, well, you know what? Okay, I lied. We're going to flip over the Baker Mayfield, too, because, well, yeah, it's nice. It's the 25. Kid is playing well, so you know his value is going up, 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 up on all these cards. So in that sense, it's kind of good that you waited to pull it until now, because it's probably, if you're reselling it, you're probably going to get more for it now than you might have gotten even a couple of weeks ago. Just saying. And there is the nice Calvin Ridley. You guys know I'm a Calvin Ridley fan, so I hope that his game translates well to the NFL, because I believe that it will. I hope that it will. I'm kind of into Calvin Ridley's rookie season. We'll see if it pans out or not. Oh, I forgot we hit the nice Mason Rudolph to 75 for the Steelers. I had forgotten all about that. We had so much other fun stuff in here. Oh, did I not say Falcons? What did I say? Who did I say? I'm sorry. Did I not say Falcons when I was talking about Calvin Ridley? I might not have. Sometimes I apparently just say a completely different team when I'm talking about a player. So somebody messaged me the other day and said, you were talking about Craig Kimbrell, and at one point, I said Red Sox, which he is, and then apparently at some point I said Astros. I'm like, but I know Craig Kimbrell is a Red Sox. He's never played for the Astros. I have no idea why I would have said Astros, but he said that I did, and I believe him. So apparently, occasionally, I just go off the rails and say a completely wrong team. So if I did that there, sorry, Calvin Ridley is a Falcon. And here's our handsome 1 of 1 for the Texans. That is Kiki. You know how I love my NFL shield, and you pair it with a Nike swoosh to give us that handsome laundry tag, and I am kind of in love with that card a little bit. So, I like it very, very much. E-Fly, that's your first Josh Jackson hit? Well, good then. I'm glad, man, that we were able to get that one for you then tonight. Sometimes that makes it all worthwhile if you can find the elusive one that you've been chasing for a while. It makes up for a lot of breaks where you don't find it when you finally do. So we are getting ready to go into certified. You've probably seen this by now, but just on the off chance that you jumped in somewhere in the middle and you haven't seen it, looking at Friday to get all of this stuff out the door. Would love to get it to you sooner. I'll try really hard to get it to you sooner, but plan on Friday and we'll have a little party if I get it out sooner. Okay? How about that? And you don't have to worry about consolation cards for certified because every single team is going to have a lot of cards in here because we're going to bust into the full case. So this is 12 boxes of 2018 certified football, full case break number 7. It is the last of the certified, as it was the last of the gold standard and the last of the immaculate baseball. So it's kind of like a farewell tour this evening, in that all of these products are wrapped up in the books after we finish the breaks. But not to worry, we've got tons of other stuff coming. And actually tons of other stuff here too. Like at any given time, I could probably put together 50 breaks of stuff that I've got here. You know, there is a lot of stuff here, and especially stuff that needs to be put in mixed breaks and things like that, that frankly I just never have time to do. And I need to, like, we need to set a day, I think. Like make, I don't know, like make Saturdays or Sundays the days where I do a bunch of one box breaks or mixed breaks, you know, which is like take football and have a bunch of different products from different years mixed together into one break kind of thing. So I think maybe that's what I might do going into the fall, as we are, believe it or not, going into headlong into the fall. I might do something like that. And then that way, at least I know once a week we would be working in some of that stuff and working through the backlog. So that might be fun. I don't know, maybe. For a long time, I did basketball every Saturday. That's just the day I set aside for it. And then this year, I bought a lot more basketball products this year, of course, because it was, you know, a better rookie year. So we couldn't keep it just on Saturdays after that. Yeah, T. Cassidy, I've got a bunch of that, not a bunch, but I've got some more of that 2011 plates and patches. I've got 2010 plates and patches. I might even have a little bit of 2016 plates and patches left. But if I do, it's not much. Maybe only a box or two of 2016, because, you know, we broke a bunch of that not too awfully long ago. Sometime in the last few months, we broke some of that 2016 plates. Yes, Bobby B's been trying to get me to do the fantasy sports. You guys, I know, and what you see on this table is nothing in comparison to what is actually warehoused that needs to be pulled out and put into breaks and done. Like, it's ridiculous. But I don't know. These cases, they take so long, and there's so many, and they come out right on top of one another. It's hard to find the time. So that's why I'm saying that I think I need to set aside a day. Whether it's Saturday or Sunday or Tuesday or whatever day it is, I think I need to set aside a day and say, on this day every week, we're going to break mixed breaks and or, you know, 1 and 2 box breaks and stuff like that. Because that's probably the only way I'll get it all done. T. Cassidy, you like the older plates and patches? Yeah, it's 2011 Plates and Patches is pretty well dried up. So whatever I have here, I doubt I can find any more of that. So we broke a little of it back, what, 3 or 4 months ago, 5 months ago, towards the first of the year anyway. I broke through probably six or 8 boxes of it, maybe a little of it late last year too. So there's not an inordinate amount left, but there's a handful anyway, I think, of 2011. 2010 I've probably got a half case of left. And 2016 I really don't think I have more than 1 or 2 boxes of it. Because, of course, we broke most of the 2016 as cases. And then I went back after the fact and bought some loose boxes. And then we put those together in various little breaks here and there. I actually even thought about doing a Plates and Patches mixer. You know, just taking the stuff from 2011 and 2010 and 2016. So, I don't know. Okay, so we are looking for in here 4 autographs or memorabilia. It can be either or it can be both, a signed memorabilia. Per box in this. We're going to find loads and loads and loads of numbered stuff. Our first hit out is Michael Gallup and the Cowboys. And on the numbered stuff, I'll show you the first time, like where things are numbered and what they are, so you'll know when you see it go through in the future, but I won't be calling all of those out unless they're really low. The Raiders, it is Ryan Sweetser to 99. And of course he's in a Cowboys uniform, but that doesn't matter because it's Raiders on the card. He was traded, of course, and somewhere on here, yeah, it says the date he was traded and all that. So it's always going to go to the team that is on the card. It's not going to go to the uniform that the player is wearing. And I like to point that out because sometimes people are just looking and you see the uniform go by and you expect it to be coming to you and then wonder where it is when it doesn't. So this is numbered to 225. Anytime you see one with this kind of color on the edges, it will be numbered to 225. We're going to find plenty of those gold teams. They are going to be unnumbered for the most part. Kid Reporter cards, if you have a kid and you want to enter him in that contest, feel free to copy down one of those numbers. Just pause the video or whatever, copy down that number and have at it. Anytime you see one numbered up on the side like that, it's going to be numbered to 499. We'll find bunches of those too. These are unnumbered that say certified seal of approval. And somewhere along the way, we're also going to have a 699. There it is, finally. Or 999. Sorry. So anytime you see it numbered right there, it's going to be the 999. So that's kind of our little numbering tutorial. So when you see them go by, you'll know by either the color or the position of where the number is what that card's numbered to. Oh, you guys like the idea of the Plates and Patches mixer? Yeah, I've got a lot of that kind of stuff. Like, I know kind of how I would do a lot of it. I need there to be about 4 of me. I need to clone myself 3 times. I could get a whole lot more done, believe me. Kerryon Johnson. Look at that patch. That is really nice for the Lions. That's 349. And they continue to give us quite nice patches in certified. Which really, when you see the numbering, you don't always think that the patches are going to be as nice as they are. Because in other products, if it was numbered that high, the patch wouldn't be that awesome. But here, they do. AJ Green and the Bengals, certified gamers to 299. Oh, you've got some Carson Wentz autographs from Vertex. That's nice, E-Fly. I pulled a Carson Wentz rookie autograph out of Prestige, which I keep meaning to send off and get graded. I had some 2016 Prestige sitting around here, and towards the end of, oh, by now, I don't know, it was maybe about this time last year, maybe a little bit later than that. I don't know, I just decided to open a box or 2 of it, and I found in there a Carson Wentz. I think it was numbered low, too. 25, 49, something like that. That is numbered to 25. It's Colton Miller and the Raiders. And I keep meaning to take that thing and send it off and get it graded. along with a handful of other things that I need to get graded. But somehow or another, I just don't ever have the time to get that sort of stuff done either. Big surprise, right? But we had pretty good luck pulling Carson Wentz out of 2016 Black Gold, and ditto actually with, I think more, really I probably pulled more Ezekiel Elliott out of there than I did Dak Prescott, although they're both in there. I've got some of that left too. There's probably at least a half case of 2016 Black Gold around here somewhere. And I've got 2014 Black Gold. I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. I've got a tremendous amount of stuff here. Or if not here, warehoused, but available to me as soon as I get my act together and get it done. And as T. Cassidy knows, I have got Topps Chrome from 13, 14, and 15. I've got Topps Supreme from probably 13, 14, and 15. Maybe even some of that from 2010. Tons of basketball stuff, some baseball, a bunch of different Elite Extra Edition. I mean, there's a ton of things I can put together. I just need to get it done. You say it's time for Lamar Jackson to show up in here tonight. And Bobby, you just want Jimmy G or Carson Wentz. All right, well, you know what? We pulled some... Didn't we pull Andrew? No, we didn't pull Andrew Luck out of here. We pulled Peyton Manning out of here, right? Yeah, I think that's right. Pulled Peyton Manning out of here. Numbered something low. But for sure, there are veteran hits in here. Not nearly as many as we have with our rookies, but they're hiding around in certified. That is to 199. It's my man AB. Clutch performers for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Did you say you always get skunked in Black Gold? You know, it's one of those products that, of course, there's not a lot of cards in it, so it's one that is a little bit harder probably to hit, obviously harder than hit opening when you're opening a whole case, but it is also not as hard to buy into if I do them as one box, which I usually do. The prices stay a little more reasonable. That is numbered to 50. It's Traquan Smith. So it's a little easier to stomach, you know, if you get skunked on a lower price bid than if you get skunked on a higher price one. That is numbered to 50. And that is Sam Bradford and the Cardinals. For some reason, my little boy cat is chasing his sister through the house right now. So at any given time, you could hear a tremendous racket as one of them turns over something or another, because they're quite adamant at the moment about chasing each other and getting into some kind of little tussle. Whatever their problem is, I don't know. Greg, what did you say about wrong break? Tyler Matakavich. That is not one you pull often at all for the Steelers. That's numbered to 60. If you got Pittsburgh tonight, like, I'm just going to tell you, I don't think you've got a stack of Tyler Matakavich anywhere. So I like the hit. I think, and he's going to play this year. I would imagine he's going to win the battle for that spot anyway, I think. There's Big Ben to 25. Gold parallel. You would love to find a HaHa Clinton Dix in Black Gold. You know, I don't know that I've ever pulled HaHa Clinton Dix out of Black Gold. That is numbered to 25, Tom Brady and the Patriots. Of course, you know, it's not like I remember every hit I've ever pulled out of Black Gold, but I don't really remember pulling HaHa Clinton Dix out of there. Mason Rudolph. Steelers. And there's a Josh Rosen. Actually, I don't know. I'm trying to decide which box felt like the lucky box. I decided this one. You said good luck on. You said good luck on which, Greg? Which thing are you? I'm lost over there somehow in chat. I'm lost. I'm lost. I don't know what you're saying. But you're saying good luck on somebody. Are you saying good luck on us pulling Carson Wentz out of here tonight, or Lamar Jackson, or are we good lucking something else? Or is that like a sarcastic good luck, not really actually meant as good luck at all? I don't know. I don't know which one it is. But yeah, so guys, if we were to do kind of what I was talking about, where we took a night and we just did mixed breaks or 1 and 2 box breaks and stuff like that, what night would you prefer it to be? Is that a weekend? Does that feel like a weekend thing, like a Saturday or a Sunday thing? Or would you rather do that through the week? I mean, to me, it wouldn't make much difference other than I wouldn't want to do it on Wednesday night because that's new release night. And I wouldn't want to make it a Friday night because sometimes that's also a new release night. So avoiding Wednesday and Friday, but could possibly be any other day of the week. How do you feel about it? Like what night would you be most likely to set and peruse that sort of thing? There's Deion Kane to $4.99. You know, guys, I told you all the ones that look like this with the number right there are to $9.99, but that's actually not true. If it's a rookie, it'll be to $4.99. If it's a veteran, it will be to $9.99 when you see it numbered in that particular spot on the card. I should have pointed that out sooner. Sorry. Oh, look at that. Daggone, that is nice. Nice. Derwin James to 25 for the Chargers. That's pretty sweet. And Derwin James, he's another one I think that's supposed to be good. I don't know a lot about Derwin James myself, but I have heard some of you guys in chat and things say that Derwin James is going to be or supposed to be good. So I'm going to take your word for it. And we're going to assume that that is a nice hit. I like the card, and I like when they're to 25 and they're the big thick cards like that. Tony Romo, Dallas Cowboys to 99. Oh, Bryce, you're trying to talk me out of those white filler cards, but you know what, my friend? I hoard those. Those are like gold to me because I use those in shipping, and it makes my absolute night when I open a product and it has some of those white filler cards in them. Because I have a box that I throw those in, and that box is almost always close to empty. That is numbered to 50, Julius Peppers. And I always get so excited when I open a product that has them because I use all those. So unfortunately, you can't talk me out of that one. I actually called one of my reps. This is to 99. Whenever you see that color as opposed to the orange, which is to 225, when you see the red, it's to 99. One of my reps used to work for Upper Deck, and I called him not that awfully long ago, within the last 30 days anyway. And I said, man, when you worked at Upper Deck, where did you all get those little white, those blank white cards that you insert into packs? I said, I want to buy those like in bulk. This is to $399. It's Royce Freeman and the Broncos. And he said, oh, you don't want to buy those? I said, yeah, man, I do. I can't ever get enough of those. I use them all the time. I'm like, I do want to buy them. He says, no, they're really expensive and they're hard to get and blah, blah, blah. And he said, we always hated having to put them in our products because it costs so much money. I said, well, somebody needs to make them and sell them because a bunch of people would buy them. That is numbered to 99, Gold Team Sam Darnold. It's another man who had a nice start. And that's for the Jets. So he couldn't remember where they got them, but he did remember that he said it was, quote, expensive. So now what they call expensive and what I call expensive, I don't know, because he didn't tell me. But anyway, Traquan Smith and the Saints, that is numbered to 249. But for real, someone should be selling those. So, you know, Ultra Pro or some of those guys who do supplies, BCW, stuff like that, they should just make those white blocks and sell them in big cases of, you know, a couple thousand or something. And there's probably a ton of people that would buy them. Because you're not the first person, though, you're not even the first person, I think, this week that has asked along the way if I use those white filler cards, because we all covet them. We all want them. And they used to put them in a lot more than they do now, it seems like. I guess because to his point, they must be expensive. So, oh, good separators. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I actually buy those little, you know, Ultra Pro makes that, I forget what they call them, but they make those little, basically they are to separate, but you can also write on them and write the team names and stuff. Those little vinyl kind of cards, and they're just slightly bigger than the actual card itself. And so they fit in like the white boxes that you can sort and store in. You know, the ones I'm talking about. They fit in there. And that's what I use for that. I forgot what Ultra Pro calls them, though. I mean, they're not thick, but obviously they're taller than the cards, so they work great for it. You know what? I wonder if I've got... Let's see if I've got a pack of them here. If I do, I can just tell you what they call them. Oh, maybe I don't, though. Let's see. Do I? Yeah, here they are. That's what they are. So, if you buy these rigid poly card sleeve dividers from Ultra Pro, they will do the trick if you need stuff just for division. I always keep several packs of those on hand. Mike Gesicki for the Dolphins. He comes out a fair amount for the Dolphins. That is numbered to 349. Yeah, you may have to order those too directly from Ultra Pro. I don't know. They're kind of hard sometimes to find. So that's why usually when I do, I kind of stock up on them by a bunch. Deshaun Watson, clutch performers for the Texans, and that is a handsome card, numbered to 25. Nice 3-color patch with Deshaun Watson. We pulled a Deshaun Watson autograph out of Elements last night. I think it might have also been to 25. It was quite a nice hit, too. Mason Rudolph, Pittsburgh Steelers, rookie roll call to 50. So are you guys ready for Unparalleled on Wednesday? I like Unparalleled, but yet it also makes me a little bit crazy because there are so many patterns that I kind of just want to say, hey, was it necessary to have that many patterns? But yeah, I can tell you right now, I will not know all of those patterns. I will not even know the names of probably half of those patterns. But it is a fun product to open, and I think, what will we have in there? 2 autographs and 1 memorabilia, I believe, something like that. And then, of course, loads of, well, parallels in various shapes and sizes and colors and numbers and all that. Christian Kirk, Arizona Cardinals to 299. And then there'll be a case hit in there too. I believe Galactic is the card set for the case hit. And that's an Antonio Brown gold team. So there's going to be plenty in there to keep us all busy with Unparalleled. We're just going to open one case on Wednesday night, the 8-box case, but when we get to Saturday, we're going to do 2 cases, 16 boxes and 2 cases on Saturday. That's numbered to 5. It's Tyquan Lewis. Tyquan Lewis and the Colts. And we're not very far from Origins. Did anybody get on today and try to get any Origins first off the line? It sold out in, no kidding, like 2 minutes. Not an exaggeration. Like 120 seconds. And it was sold out. So I did not get very much. Not very much at all. Got 4 boxes because that's all they would let you have. The only way you could get more was to get in multiple orders, and I was part of the way through my second order. I mean, like pretty far into my what would have been the second order, and I think I hit the camera, didn't I? And then guess what happened? Yeah, sold out before I got it completed. So with just 4 boxes, I mean, we've got plenty of regular Origins. I'm talking about first off the line Origins. So yeah, I don't know if I'll just open that myself or if we'll use that in a break somewhere or something. I'm not sure. Greg, you are asking about if Unparalleled, if the case hit is going to be a rookie. You know, there's no way to know who that case hit's going to be. It's just a particular card set. And I'm pretty sure that it's called Galactic. But if you... I have really just like jacked up this camera somehow. If you look at the sales sheet. So like if you're on one of my listing pages for Unparalleled on eBay. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the description, I always put down there the manufacturer's product information. I just cut and paste and add it down there at the very bottom. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, I believe it will tell you what that case hit is called. I think it is called Galactic. I'm pretty sure that's right. But it will tell you in there, and it should also give you all kinds of other information about like what to expect in there and that sort of stuff. But I don't know that they'll be all rookies as far as like the case hits. I think they can kind of be anybody, but I have not seen the checklist yet, so I can't even tell you that 100% for sure. But my inclination is to say that it can probably be either veterans or rookies. And that is Mason Rudolph and the Steelers. Oh, so you read it. It does say Galactic. Okay, cool. I was... you know, probably 98% sure that that's what it was called, but that last little 2%, I'm thinking, oh, I don't know, maybe I've called the wrong card set. Because sometimes I get myself mixed up with that and Revolution in basketball, where they have a similar group of patterns as to what they have in Unparalleled in football. So this is Arden Key, and that's quite a signature, isn't it? This is numbered to 75, and it's for the Raiders, and Arden looks like he might have had a late night out when he signed that signature the next day, right? Doesn't he? A little bit? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he just got really tired of signing his stuff. This is numbered to 50. Anytime you see the blue over there along the edges, you can count on it being to 50. So Greg says 2 autographs and 1 relic, so we were right about that. And then 8 parallels per box. All right, well, that's not bad, the 8 parallels. I actually thought it was, well, I guess that's right. I think it is, yeah, I guess that is one per pack, I think. So yeah, sometimes I have to stop and think about the configuration of all these different products. Ronald Jones to $3.99, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So yeah, we're not far from Origins coming out finally. What, we're maybe 10 or so days away, 10 or 12 days away. That's if they don't change the release date on us. It's been a Baker Mayfield kind of night, hasn't it? So I think If I'm remembering correctly, the same person bought the Browns in both Gold Standard and Certified tonight. And if I'm remembering that right, and it is the same person, look at that. They're going to be so flipping happy because that is numbered to 5. Yeah, it is. And look at that. Part of the nameplate or part of the team name numbered to 5 to go along with their nice Baker Mayfield to 25 in Gold Standard. And I am pretty sure it is the same person that had the Browns in both products. I mean, that's nice. Lauren, you are saying, is there a reason that Prism hasn't been announced yet? Prism's not usually out yet this time of year, is it? I'm trying to think. When does Prism's usually later in the year, right? I mean, that's more like an October kind of product, isn't it? Or am I getting it confused with something else? I think it's more of like an October sort of release date. And we're just now starting to see solicitations for products in September. At least I am. In fact, I saw one. What did I see? I saw one just today, and I don't even remember what the product was. It's coming out in September, and I remember thinking, oh, yeah, it is time for that. Now I can't even tell you what the product was. So I don't know. I'll have to look and see when we had Prism last year, but I want to say it's later in the year than this. Benred says, I gave up on my Baker Mayfield search a few days too early. Oh, no, man. I know. That is always the worst, isn't it? Always the worst. Greg says, send him one of the Baker Mayfields. He says, yeah, the other guy doesn't need them both. Yeah, I think this is one kind of like, you know, what we had to tell Gina earlier. I imagine the Browns team owner would probably fight you over that card, so... Bryce, you said you never started your search because you're from Norman, Oklahoma. You didn't feel lucky in regard to Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I understand. He's kind of a feast or famine sort of guy, too. He comes out sporadically. But that one to 5 is probably the nicest patch I've seen come out with Baker so far. I mean, we've pulled him out of a number of different products, obviously, and he comes out of the Leaf stuff and a lot of the Panini stuff, but that's probably the best looking patch I've seen. That was very nice. And I could be wrong. It might not be the same person with Browns in both breaks tonight, but I kind of think it is. Trying to remember putting the spreadsheet together. Randall McDaniel for the Vikings to 40. Greg says you want to trade for it. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. That is definitely a nice one to have, as was the one in Gold Standard. Either one of those would be very nice to have. Rashad Penny to 399 Seahawks. Oh, you got outbid on it tonight? Well, that is the thing. When they do something good this time of year, that's to 99, Mike McGlinchey and the Niners. It's definitely going to affect their card price, and ditto if they do something bad this time of year. You know, we're still in that phase where I think there are pretty extreme sort of swings, right? Like, till we get a better handle on our rookies, that's always how it seems to go. They have a good performance and their card prices go up, and they have a bad performance and they go down, and then they do well again, they go back up. You know, they bounce around a lot kind of until we get, I don't know, I'd say 2 or 3 games into regular season. You usually have a pretty good feel with what you're dealing with on a lot of the rookies, and then prices kind of stabilize a little bit after that usually. But we're still in the land of wild swings right now. Here comes a Mike Gesicki for the Dolphins. I think we already pulled him once in here, didn't we? Or was that in the other product? I think it was in here. That's to 249. That's another nice patch. So the Dolphins are doing well tonight so far. Clutch Performer Alvin Kamara to 50. Saints. Yeah, I think I've got maybe the Saints from the last break. I don't know. The last break we did of this, which I was going to get shipped out today, and I ran out of time. So it's definitely going tomorrow. I just ran out of time to get the labels printed. But I think it was kind of fate looking after me to a certain extent. Because I had a team in there that sold, and I mean, it sold for decent money, and the person watched the break live, and then even after the break sent me a message and said, hey, can I get my hits and one touches and, you know, all this sort of stuff. So everything seems like it's fine. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they file a case. I mean, like, this stuff hasn't even shipped yet. Filed a case and said that their account had been compromised. And, of course, you know, eBay refunded them. But at least I hadn't shipped the cards yet. So there's a small little something, small little whatever on my shoulder, a little bird on my shoulder, kept me from getting in trouble this time. So at least I have the cards left. So that part's good, I guess. But, you know, I'm like, so maybe I'm not going to say the account wasn't compromised. I mean, maybe somebody did get and grab the password and bid on some things or whatever unauthorized and whatnot. But I don't really think that break was one of them, because he watched it live and asked for one touch and all kinds of other stuff. So I don't really know what it was about. And I tried to message him and find out, but of course, you know, that didn't go anywhere. So that's a new one. That's a new one on me. But there's always creative ways to do things, I suppose. Dante Pettis and the 49ers. You said that you were watching Grand Slam Collectibles live breaks, and there were at least 2 boxes of certified that were shorted the freshman fabric hit. So, somebody else said that to me not too awfully long ago, that they had heard that some of the boxes were shorted hits. That is numbered to 99. And, you know, I mean, for sure, it's obviously happening. That's been multiple reports of stuff getting shorted out of here, and I don't really know how to explain it other than I guess they must not have good quality control there on this product anyway. That is Doris Fountain to 499 for the Colts. So, I don't know. Why did I put our numbered card there? I put him in the wrong spot. But usually, you know, there'll be something here or there they might mess up, but it sounds like this has happened. Well, this is at least the second time someone's mentioned it to me, so it sounds like it must be happening more than just the isolated incident here and there. I'd like to tour their facilities and see these things as they're inserted and whatnot. I'd just like to know how all that works, because we all know sometimes the randomization is like terrible. I'd kind of just like to see it in action. That is numbered to 25. Roquan Smith, who finally signed his contract today. How about that for the Bears? Finally signed his contract just today. So he's missed, you know, all of training camp and a couple of preseason games already. And so he's going to be behind it a little bit, but he's supposed to be good. Now, daggone it, I am waiting on a bunch of Artie Burns stuff. And look at him. Here he is in this product. Like, why didn't I get any of my redemptions? That is numbered to 99, Artie Burns for the Steelers. And I am waiting on probably at least 2 or 3 Artie Burns rookie signatures. Yeah, I'm waiting on a couple from Immaculate. I think I'm waiting on one from Impeccable. And maybe something else. I don't know. I'm waiting on a bunch of Artie Burns. Huh. And there he is. So they could have put that sticker on my product and sent me my redemption, but they didn't. Thanks a lot, Panini. Carson Wentz, Clutch Performers, put to $399. So somebody was looking for Carson. We found Carson, but I think you wanted an autograph, and we have only thus far found you a relic. But we have a ways to go, so maybe we're going to get you there yet. We're going to try hard anyway. Greg says, too bad for you. You are right about that. Too bad indeed. That's pretty much what Panini will say to me as well when I say, hey, how come I didn't get my Artie Burns, but he's in products? Yeah, well, indeed. How come I didn't get my Artie Burns? Like, it doesn't even matter now. I'm still waiting on my Ezekiel Elliott rookies from 2016. I'm never going to get them either. And I saw them ship a group of those out, too. And mine was not amongst them. Like, are you kidding me with this? I no longer care about the Ezekiel Elliott either, by the way. So when it comes, I will just sell it, I guess. But they did fill my Fred Biletnikoff. They sent that this week. Oh, okay, thanks. That one I only put in like 2 weeks ago, so obviously they just had it hanging around. But all my good stuff, they're holding on to it. They're not giving it to me. I haven't gotten any of my James Conner stuff from the Steelers. I'm missing a lot of stuff from 2016 and 2017 that they have not yet sent me. Of course, who was it? It was Julio Jones, right? Wasn't it Julio Jones who didn't sign any of his stuff for Panini for, oh my gosh, it was like 4 or 5 years. So like his rookie stuff from 2011, he did not sign a single thing for Panini until I think it was either 2015 or 2016. DeAndre Hopkins, that is numbered to 49. So all those redemptions for Julio Jones rookie stuff sat there for all those many years until he finally sat down and signed. Just kind of crazy. Of course, that's the same thing with Tom Brady, you know. I mean, he had a bunch of stuff that wasn't signed, and then obviously that's why we suddenly now have him back in the products live again for the first time in a couple years, because he sat down and signed a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Greg, I don't know why some of these guys don't sit down and fulfill their obligations. I mean, I guess they're just busy. They got other things they want to do. I mean, I don't know. That's numbered to 399. It's Christian Kirk and the Cardinals. But that would be my guess. It's just, you know, these guys are all very wealthy, so it's not like they need the money, and they're probably all very busy, and they just figure they don't want to sit down and do it, I assume. Hey, Cardinals. Rookie roll called Josh Rosen to 25. I mean, I know the kid had a little bit of an uneven start, but he's going to be fine. I think that's a nice hit if you're the Arizona Cardinals. And I still think, given the injury history of Sam Bradford, I believe Josh Rosen will see the field his rookie year. So I kind of thought for a while he might see the field first until we see that Sam Darnold has come out really, really looking good. So it may be that he's a week 1 starter for the Jets. Yeah, you said that they had Kalen Ballage sign extra. I would say so, because that kid is in everything like times 1,000. That is numbered to 99, and it is Michael Irvin and the Cowboys. I mean, for sure, there are some rookies that come up more than others, and you do have to just wonder, did they just set and sign for a decade? Mike Gesicki again. This is at least the second and maybe the third Mike Gesicki tonight for the Dolphins. Oh, look at that. That is numbered to 5 as well. Honestly, I thought that should be a 1 of 1. That is just sick. Look at that. That is part of the dolphin, part of the logo. Well, that's the sun, but that's the dolphin. And yeah. Like, I knew it was really thick when I felt it, so I'm thinking it's going to be a good patch, but I didn't think it was going to be that good. So that is quite a nice hit. And our second nice patch and auto combo numbered to 5 out of this case. Numbered to 25, it's Josh Adams. And, of course, we had the... did we have... No, that was in Gold Standard. Did we hit a 1 of 1 out of here? I've even lost track of where we hit the 1 of 1s. That's awful. We hit 1 in Gold Standard. We hit 1. We hit 2. 1 or 2 in Immaculate. Maybe just 1 in Immaculate and 1 in Gold Standard. Did we hit 1 in here already? I can't even remember. Maybe not. Tim Bowers is in the house. You must have the Dolphins tonight because you're very excited about that hit, and you said you're a huge Penn Stater. Okay. So that, Tim, made your night, I would imagine, because that's the best looking Dolphins patch I've seen in a long time. Now, I've seen other Dolphins patches that have part of the dolphin, but that one has such a nice chunk of the edges of the sun in there, too. It's really an excellent patch. I mean, frankly, all night. Going back to Immaculate, where we pulled the actual socks for the Red Sox, our patches tonight have just been tremendous all the way around. Oh, Tim, you bought the 1 of 10 on eBay? Okay, and Greg says he's a Penn Stater, too. Oh, we got a pair of Penn Staters in the house, then. Well, see, you bought the 1 of 10, and now you hit the 1 of 5. I'm assuming the Dolphins are yours tonight. So, it's been a good week for you, then. And that is to 225 with our little orange border there. Saquon Barkley is numbered to 99 with our gold team. But isn't that always the way it is, though, right? Like, you go by, you finally just say, oh, I'm probably not going to hit whatever it is that I'm after, so I'm just going to go buy it. And as soon as you buy it, you'll hit whatever you're after, like, the very next break. It always is like that. And we have numbered to 10, Jordy Nelson, who I still cannot get used to being a Raider. But speaking of Jordy Nelson and the Raiders, reminds me of Martavis Bryant, who, of course, you know, Steelers cut loose, and, well, he needed to be cut loose for a lot of reasons. But anyway, apparently he's just stinking up the joint in Oakland. I mean, the coach is basically coming out saying, hey, kid knows how to play, but he better learn the playbook and actually act like he wants to be here, or he's not going to be here. So Martavis is continuing on his path of self-destruction. This is numbered to 399. It's Josh Allen and the Bills. Nyheim Hines, you know we weren't going to get out of here without hitting some Nyheim Hines, because he is another one who is heavily populated in all the 2018 products. Calvin, my man Calvin Ridley for the Falcons to 175. Greg, you're asking, are you asking Tim how much for the Mike Gesicki to 5, or are you asking what do we think the Mike Gesicki to 5 would sell for? Because if you're asking how much I think it would sell for, I don't have any idea what that would bring. It's very unique and not something that you're obviously going to hit very easily. There are only 4 others out there floating somewhere. So I would think it would bring a decent price, but of course, once again, with these rookies, so much is dependent upon their performance on any given day. This replaced a hit, so it's going to set over here by itself, and that will remind me that we need to go to random.org and distribute that at the end of the break. All right, we're closing in on it. We are making some most definite progress. We've got 2 boxes left, and for some reason, they're like freaking the camera out tonight. They're sometimes where the camera sets, which it sets in pretty much the same place every night, although I did move it a little bit earlier because I knocked into it. But sometimes there are certain colors that it reflects off of or bounces off of, and it makes the color of everything really washed out, and it's kind of doing that right now. I don't quite know why. Oh yeah, you're right about that. There is a lot of Mike Gesicki out there, but you're not going to find very many that have a patch that looks like that. That's definitely the selling point of that one. And of course, not everyone cares about the patches. You know, some people, they're just interested in the signature. They don't care at all about the patch, but that's not me. I'm very much into the patches. In fact, if it's a nice enough patch, I don't even care if it's signed. A lot of times, I'm just happy to have the nice patch, but... You've got 6 or 8 of them now. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to get. If you buy the Dolphins very often, it's easy to load up on Gesicki. Because it seems like he's another one that's kind of hit or miss. Like, you either don't see him in the case at all, or you will see him 4 or 5 times in the case. So it's kind of crazy the way they handle their sorting and their randomizing over there at Panini. That's numbered to 99. It's Kelvin Benjamin for the Buffalo Bills. Been into a bit of a little back and forth with Cam Newton. He has been. Basically saying Cam Newton was a crappy quarterback. And then, of course, you know, they had that awkward early season meeting, so Cam comes up and got in his face a little bit. Numbered to 25, it is Carson Wentz and the Eagles. Tim, you said that you think certified is Dolphins, Steelers, Broncos, and Cowboys heavy. Definitely there's a lot of Steelers in it. But there have been a lot of Steelers in most 2018 stuff this year because I think their rookie class is pretty good, and most of the rookie class of the higher, except for I guess our round 1, but a lot of our rookies were offense, and of course, you know, Panini has a tendency to focus more on the offensive players than the defensive players. Tennessee Titans, Luke Falk, certified potential, numbered 299, Titans. And ditto, you know, with the Dolphins, although they certainly have managed to get Bradley Chubb in there well represented, as he should be, but sometimes you never know when they're not playing in the flashy positions. Sometimes Panini shortchanges them. Darius Geis and the Redskins, we all know what happened to that poor kid, tore his ACL. Here's Kiki. It has been a Kiki kind of night, and the Texans hit to 399. Of course, we had the nice 1-of-1 Kiki laundry tag in gold standard earlier. That is to 225, and there's a gold team Lamar Jackson for the Ravens. Christian McCaffrey clutch performers to 399. for the Panthers. The Carolina Panthers. There's Big Ben. Yeah, I don't know what Carolina's going to be like this year. I hope that they find a better, more effective way to use Christian McCaffrey, because I think that kid's really good. I just don't think they really maybe kind of ran the right plays for him last year. I think they could tailor their certain schemes in their offense a little bit more towards his preferred style of play and get more results from that kid, because I think he's pretty good. Okay, then. We have got 2 boxes left. The one that's coming out of wrappers, and then the one that we haven't torn into yet. You know, Tim, the thing again with the Steelers, especially in certified, and I can tell you, what is this, our 7th case of this, I think? It again seems to be very hit or miss. I mean, there was one night we pulled, oh gosh, I would say probably between 8 and 12 Steelers hits out of one case. I mean, it was just, and a lot of them autographs. I'm not talking like 8 to 12 and they were all relics. There were some relics in there, but there were also autographs and some nice ones. Juju Smith-Schuster might have been in one of those. I don't know. I've opened a lot of stuff lately, so don't quote me that Juju was in that one, but anyway, came out like a massive amount of Steelers. It seemed like every hit we were going Steelers, Steelers, Steelers. And then like a case later, we hit maybe 2 Steelers new generation patches, and that was it. So there's no rhyme or reason to the way they show up. So for sure, you have to kind of just hope that the spot that you're in is the one that's full of them, because there definitely are cases that have more than other cases do. That was stuck to our block card. Which goes back to my point of, I don't think Panini does a great job randomizing certain products, and, well, really, frankly, ditto with tops on some. Some they do better than others, but you know, you can't think that somebody's done a terrific job randomizing when you're pulling out a dozen hits for one team out of a 1-case break. But, you know, Packers, that's another example. Packers in general have been coming out like gangbusters out of all the 2018 stuff. Just Packers, 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 everywhere you go. Have we even seen a Packer hit in here tonight at all in certified? Like, I don't know that we have. There's Darius Geis again for the Redskins. So it's just inconsistent, I guess, is about the only thing you can say about it. But I'm kind of like you. My luck is always, if I get into the break, like every break around it will have 1,000,001 of what I want. And then the break I get in, I'll get skunked or something. Sometimes that's the luck I have too. Nyheim Hines comes out a lot. And here he is again, the 349 for the Colts. Mike Hughes for the Vikings, and that is numbered to 10? Yeah, 10. 3 of 10 on the Mike Hughes and the Minnesota Vikings. I put him in the wrong sleeve. Sorry. Let's redo that. Yeah, Tim, there are breaks where there are tremendous amounts of Packers, especially I've noticed in Elements. Loads and loads of Packers in Elements. I mean, and a pretty good amount of Steelers in there too, but I dare say there are more Packers than Steelers coming out of Elements. Because there's not a ton of cards in a case of Elements in the grand scheme of things. And you'd be surprised if you did percentages how many of them come out as Packers. Clutch Performers, that is to 399, Marcus Mariota and the Titans. Vita Vea, the 225. One box left. It is last box mojo time. Of course, we've already pulled some heat and some fire, but we need to pull some more. Yeah, Tim, it is. It is Jamon Moore who signs just a big J. I mean, for a while, like, it's funny. If you look back at the earlier products that came out, you got the J and you got a little apostrophe and kind of a squiggly sort of thing at the end that could have been interpreted as the M at least and more. And then it kind of, along the way, it seems like we dropped off the M, and then we just had the J and kind of the apostrophe. And then lately, it seems like even our apostrophe is gone, and now it's just sort of a big J. So yeah, Jamon Moore really, I have to say, does not put any effort into his signature. You are 100% correct about that. He should be able to sign about 10 for every one that someone else signs, because, I mean, how hard is that? Just J, J, J. I mean, he should be able to sign like 5,000. He saw how much they were paying Saquon Barkley and got mad. Oh, goodness. I'm going to tell you what. I don't know. Some of these guys, they just... I mean, I'm sure it is a real drag to sit there and have to sign all of those autographs. Because, you know, you're talking hours sometimes. I think those guys sit at a table and just sign and sign and sign and sign. And I'm sure that is not a lot of fun. But at the same time, I imagine they're being very well compensated for it. So, you know, everything's a trade-off, but you would like to think that maybe somebody could do a little better job than he does, but I guess not. Here comes Dante Pettis for the 49ers. Freshman fabric to 399. He had a big pile. He did. He probably had a huge pile, and he probably finished like in half the time that everyone else did, because it really can't take long to sign a big J. I wouldn't think, anyway. But there's at least a couple like that every single year, where you look at their signature and you just go, oh, please. I mean, you know, you might as well have just, like, had a dog's paw step on it, you know, let the dog stand in paint and put a paw print on it, because signature's no better than that. Michael Gallup for the Cowboys. There are them boys. We already looked at that, didn't we? Yeah, just in case we didn't, there's Brandon LaFell. So after we look through these last few cards here, we will do a few things. Here's the rundown of how things are going to shake out. There's Lorenzo Carter to 50. We will first go to random.org and we'll give away that 150 Panini Rewards Point card that replaced... Was there something stuck to the back of T.Y. Hilton? I guess not. That replaced one of our hits. So that will be the first thing that we will do. Then after we get that awarded, we will next go to recap the product that we just opened, Certified. After we recap Certified, I'm going to put all the stuff up there again about all the Leaf Greatest Hits breaks. This is numbered to 10. It's Certified Potential for the Seahawks, Rasheem Green. And you're not going to find too many Rasheem Green autographs anywhere. I mean, obviously that's numbered to 10, but he just isn't in a lot of products. So if you, you know, if you're so inclined, if you have the Seahawks and you like the Seahawks, that's probably one you should be glad to hit, because I don't think you'll find it too often. Josh Doxson to 99, Redskins. A little numbered Tom Brady, and a gold team Aaron Rodgers finishes us up tonight. But as I said, we still have all that other stuff to do, so don't wander off yet. Unless you're not interested in all that stuff, then you can wander off. Then it doesn't matter. But let's get everything slid over here so that we can get ready to recap all of this. But first, we have this to do. Yeah, Panini Rewards Point, 150 rewards points. I'm going to bring you along with me, and I'm just going to go back to the spreadsheet here, and I will copy all of the team names, and then we'll go paste them all into random.org. And since we have 32 different teams, there's no need to do random multiple times. Usually if something is like 5 or fewer in the list, I'll do random 3 times. Many of you know this already about me. But if it is a long list, like this one is, I just do random 1 time. So scrolling through once again so everyone can see each of the teams were copied and pasted. And here we go. And it comes up to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the Steelers taking home the 150 rewards points tonight. And then, now we're going to recap. After the recap, we will go back to the spreadsheet and take a look at those Leaf Greatest Hits breaks for anybody who might be interested. Those are the ones we're working on selling directly by way of chat. All right. Okay, so Steelers got the 150 rewards points. Oh, Tim, you said you're having a hard time buying the Giants because you're an Eagles fan. I understand that. There's Mike Hughes to 10. So yeah, if you're looking for Barkley in a collegiate uniform, we have got collegiate national treasures coming before too long. That's to 99, Artie Burns. And then, of course, we'll have Flawless Collegiate coming as well. So you'll have a couple of opportunities where you could pick up Saquon, not in a Giants uniform, and that might be a little easier to swallow, right? So I think we're, I know I've got the orders in for both of those, but I can't remember exactly the release date. But I don't think we're too terribly far out for National Treasures Collegiate or Flawless Collegiate. And definitely I ordered a reasonable amount of both of those. Bears Baker to 5. That's just such a nice card. I mean, it's to 5. You've got the great patch. It's just a nice hit. So Browns, congratulations on that. That's one of 2 really nice hits in here. That is just numbered, not autographed. I just stacked it in the wrong pile. Sorry. Deshaun Watson, of course, is to 25. One of several Mike Gesicki's, but there's one in particular that's the big winner of tonight's break. Mason Rudolph to 50 is nice. Kerryon Johnson for the Lions, good hit. There's a Sweetser for the Raiders. Oh, PJ, you pulled the Saquon Immaculate Collegiate rookie patch auto to 25. That, I'm sure, is a very nice hit. Immaculate Collegiate was great to break. I just simply didn't order enough of it, and then the next thing you know, it's all, the supplies all dried up. So that's kind of what happened there. So we opened, I don't know, what did we open? 3 or 4 cases of it, and that's usually that's sufficient, right? You can order that on a first order, and then you can just go back after, I hit the camera again, didn't I? After you've opened that, you just go back and order some more. But this year, nope, it was all gone. And there it is, my favorite patch of the night there with Mike Gesicki, numbered to 5. And that's just, I mean, so nice. So, so, so nice. All the way around, excellent case tonight. To 25 on the Josh Rosen. So, I mean, we had all, well, not all of our big rookies, because obviously we didn't hit Saquon in here, but we had a lot of nice rookie hits tonight. This Derwin James is an excellent hit as well. And Derwin is numbered to 25 for the Chargers. Tyler Matakavich for the Steelers. Traquan Smith. And yeah, so not too shabby, right? I mean, I think this was a pretty nice case as a whole. So, oh, Tim, the Rosen was yours too. Then yeah, you had a very good night then, for sure you did. All right, so I'm going to put up spreadsheet information one more time for those of you who jumped in late. There's going to be a little info about shipping and all that, and then we're going to take a look at the information about the Leaf Greatest Hits. If you're interested in buying into any of those breaks, there's going to be info going up about that momentarily. So first off, anticipating Friday for everything that we open tonight. I'm hoping to get out the door on Friday. If I can get it out to you quicker than that, you know I will. If something goes way off the rails, it could go a day later into Saturday, but I'm very hopeful. I'm going to try very hard to make it stick to Friday. Days ahead, loads of memorabilia, clearly authentic in there. We're going to do another half case of Leaf jerseys tomorrow night. We're going to finish up the Donruss football tomorrow night. Wednesday, of course, is when Unparalleled comes out. We'll open an 8-box case of that on Wednesday. Thursday is another half case of the Leaf jerseys, more clearly authentic, a case of Topps Chrome Jumbo, which will have 40 autograph hits in that case. So that is a monster case right there on Thursday night. On Friday, we've got a lot of memorabilia that was exclusive to the recent national show. It's an autographed basketball, an autographed batting helmet, an autographed full-size helmet. We're going to open our last case of Elements football. Will be opened on Friday night. More clearly authentic and Crown Royal basketball comes out on Friday. We're going to open it on Friday. Saturday, we'll do a triple play baseball box. It has an autographed baseball, an autographed baseball jersey, and an autographed picture in it. And that series is headlined by Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. So they are both possible pulls in the triple play series. I think it's series 7, this particular box. And then we'll also break Unparalleled again, but we're going to break it as a 2-case break on Saturday night. So we're going to do 1 case on Wednesday. We're going to do 2 cases on Saturday. So we'll be rocking it Saturday night. That is not what I was looking for. This is. So Greatest Hits basketball. Here's the deal with all of these greatest hits. I'm going to put up the spreadsheet for each one of them coming through here. But basically it's this. We're going to open a case of it. I'm going to add to the case of it 3 gold and 5 silver VIP packs from the recent national show. And we're going to try to sell these by the team. These are the teams and, of course, the prices across from them. If you're not familiar with Leaf Greatest Hits, it's awesome. It's 4 buyback cards, most often graded, sometimes just encased. But there are fantastic hits in there, high dollar hits in there, and yeah, it is a fantastic product. And it also has in it this year an autograph card, a Valiant autograph card that will have one of 3 signatures on it: LiAngelo Ball, LaMelo Ball, or Kyle Kuzma. Okay, so each box will have one of those Valiant signatures in it as well. If you don't see a name by the team or across from the team, then that means it is still open and available. Okay, now sometimes we may have to switch these to a random kind of thing. If we don't end up having some traction on these in a couple of days, then I will switch from what it is now, selling it by team, and we'll make it a fixed price random team break. So we'll see how the next couple of days go and then make a decision about that. We're also going to open a case of Leaf Greatest Hits football. Same thing. We're going to add 3 gold and 5 silver VIP packs to it as well. They don't publish a full checklist for this stuff, guys, because they're buyback cards. So, I mean, they can be from Topps, they can be from Panini, I guess they could be from Upper Deck or anything else, but the majority would probably be from either Topps or Panini. You can take a look at the sell sheet information for it and get an idea of the kind of hits that are in there. And they're pretty awesome, but, you know, there's 4 buybacks per card and 1 Leaf original card. I don't think the Leaf original card is signed in Greatest Hits football. Again, it is signed in Greatest Hits basketball. And then, of course, we have Greatest Hits baseball. It's from 2017, though. That's my fault. I've got a typo in there. I need to fix that, because it is 2017 for Greatest Hits Baseball. 2018 Greatest Hits isn't out yet, so that needs to be fixed. And it is just one box, and that's because when I ordered it, they messed it up. I ordered a case, and they sent me a box, and there you have it. So that's why it's one box, but it will also be 1 gold and 2 silver VIP packs added to that break as well. Of course, the gold and silver VIP packs, those are multi-sport packs, and they are current year rookies and all that stuff, and there's some nice potential things that can be pulled out of there as well. And nobody, I think somebody tonight in chat said that they wanted to pick up the Angels. So I'll be writing someone's name across from the Angels in this break. And someone earlier wanted the Ravens in Greatest Hits Football. So I'll be adding their name to the Ravens as well. But that's kind of how it works. So if you all are interested in any of the Greatest Hits stuff, you just send me a message on eBay. Tell me what team you're interested in. Not taking any money right now because I want to wait and see if we're going to end up having to flip it over to a random team sort of thing, or if we're going to be able to leave it like it is. So that's kind of where we are. And I guess that is it for tonight. So as always, I thank you each and every one for being here and being part of the live break. And hopefully I'll see some of you again along the way. But until then, have a good rest of your week. And I think school starts back a lot of places, right? So, you know, if you've got kids that you got to get ready for school and all that, oh, I do wish you luck on that. All right, that's it for me tonight. Thanks so much. Bye now.